Hi there everyone, and welcome to another Pokemon Ultramoon Wi-Fi battle. This was against a guy I found on Twitch who appears to be streaming very often, and I did say, oh, let's do a nice mixed tier battle, you know. Those OU pure battles are a bit too stale, and he's like, no, if you're struggling against the hardcore OU mons, then your team is not good. We will not do mixed. I'll just bring a UU team, and I'm like, oh, all right then. I'll bring this random experimental team I've been trying out. And yeah, this is how it went. Pretty cool team on his side. And I hope everyone's having fun with Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu or Eevee. I myself actually haven't got the games because the main thing I find interesting about Pokemon is competitive battling, and considering the Pokemon in Let's Go can't hold items, don't have abilities, can't be bred, it's not really my cup of tea. I'm gonna get a Switch eventually, but I'm gonna wait a couple of months, see if maybe they announce a new kind of Switch, and then I'll hop in. Anyway, to the battle. I believe my opponent was from Germany, but yeah, sounds like a bit of a French name, Pokemon Rene, if I'm pronouncing that right. But he leads off with Archimedes, the shiny Decidueye. And I, of course, led off with Smeargle. Well, Archimedes / Decidueye, they often have defog in their moveset. That is one of their main roles, a good defogger. And they are fairly bulky on the special side. I can't spore it, but I know I outspeed it since that thing is base 70 and I'm base 75. So I set up my webs just in case, and now I switch out. The attacking stats of Decidueye aren't that great, so now that they're lowered, I should really have nothing to fear. So I switch into Ryujin. There's not a whole lot of good switch-ins I have, but I figured Ryujin should be alright. We take a slight bit more damage than I would have liked, but it's okay. We get a nice powerful knockoff here. Ooh, but we see that thing is still quite bulky, as he continues his barrage of leaf blades. So now that I've knocked it off, I figure I'll start lowering its special defense, but then again, that thing does have quite a decent special defense stat. We do very little damage, which is a shame, and we actually see him go for the Roost. So Roost is worrying, because now he's going to be back at full HP, and even another Acid Spray is not going to do much, and Scald's probably going to do even less. But I'll go for it again. He's not damaging me too much. So, yeah, we lower his special defense quite considerably now. -4. As he does eventually go for that defog. Bit of a shame, but Smeargle lived to spore another day. And now I can start going for the burn. I should be able to do alright damage with the Scald. And if I can land the burn, then that thing won't be able to hurt me at all. So yeah, it's just looking like a 4-hit KO with Scald now, maybe? Unfortunately, no burn. And we see he lands his physical ghost-type move. And he gets a crit. And I can no longer escape, so things are not looking good for Ryujin. But hey, if the ship is sinking, let's see if we can start burning things. And unfortunately, no burn. So Archimedes lives and finishes off Ryujin. But it's not the end of the world. They have a nice safe switch now. So I'll go to Xurkitree. Very powerful special attacker. I figure Thunderbolt should be able to take it out from this range, but he switches into his Dragon. So I'm like, alright, don't do too much damage. I do have the Fairy move, but he must know that, so he must outspeed me, and he's probably going to go for that Z move, so I'm probably screwed here. But wait a minute, I think that Z move is banned in UU, I just remembered. But he actually goes for the Dragon Dance. Well, that's okay, it allowed me to get Cypher in, and Cypher might be able to live a hit. Cypher is pretty bulky when it's holding a Violite, as we see him go for his most powerful attack, Outrage. Does heavy damage, but we do live and are able to retaliate with a Aerial Ace. And it does take it out. Beautiful. Good thing that thing wasn't C-move. So now in comes Eric the Birdie. And I'm thinking, is that going to be Flame Orb one? Is it going to use Protect? I'll go for Sword Dance. But no, we see it just go straight for the offensive special move, Boom Burst. So probably Choice Spect. So now I bring in Circuitry. He might fear the Choice Scarf on this thing. And I think he does, because he switches out. Despite being faster than me. And goes into Archimedes. So I Thunderbolt. And we see another one will take it out, and we know I outspeed. So I'll just go for that again. And yes, his Defogger is now gone. Good for me. So Circuitry sitting nice there with that special attack boost. As in comes Maxi. The Sylphion. I won't be able to one-hit KO it, but I should still do heavy damage to it. So let loose with the Thunderbolt, and I do nice damage, as he lets loose with Hyper Voice, doing heavy damage, and in fact taking me out. I was a little surprised there. I hoped I could live at least one, but oh well. We know Crocodile will naturally outspeed this thing, and we can go for an Earthquake. I can't remember. My opponent did have a Flyer, but luckily for me, he didn't switch into it. As down goes Maxi. Getting our lovely Moxie boost. The pair of Circuitry and Crocodile are great. In comes Kaleido. Now, I don't want to die to a water move, so I am going to switch out. As I go into Leafeon, my max defense Leafeon, who should be able to easily survive any hit from a Sharpedo, and can retaliate quite nicely with its own Leaf Blade. But we see the Protect scouting out what move I'm going to go to. Now, Leafeon only has Leaf Blade as its defensive move, so if he's going to switch out, I will be boned here. And I think he is going to switch out. I don't think he wants to let this thing die yet. So I, in fact, go for a move that my opponent remarked. I've never seen a Leafeon with that before. Wish. Of course, being an evolution, it gets Wish and Heal Bell, and makes a decent physical wall. So I set up that Wish, and I switch right back out into Crocodile, who should be able to sponge any hit from this Gengar. Luckily we do, even a crit, and we get our HP nice and recovered. Now, is my opponent going to switch out? I think he might, and he does, so I go for Pursuit. Pursuit, of course, hitting Pokemon that are trying to switch out for double damage, so from base 40 to base 80, and we do one-hit KO the Gengar with that. Nice Pursuit trapping. Activating our Moxie, as my opponent switches out into his bird, thinking, I don't think you're scarfed, but I will attack you. He does outspeed, but thanks to my Assault Vest, I'm able to live that comfortably, and retaliate with a +1 knockoff, which does take it out. Those birds aren't the bulkiest. And we knock off its choice specs. So yes, I baited my opponent into thinking 2 of my Pokemon were choiced. But I did reveal that in the end, I hate choice items and will never use them. My Circuitry was in fact holding a Wiki Berry. So in comes the Sharpedo. I'm alright to let Crocodile go down at this point, because I can bring in Leafeon after this. However, my opponent didn't protect. He assumed he would outspeed me, but he did not. And I one-hit KO with an Earthquake. Turns out, Adamant Max Speed Sharpedo, Mega Sharpedo, has a base speed at level 50 of 157, whereas Max Speed Jolly Crocodile has a max speed of 158. So I outsped that thing by 1 point and was able to one-hit KO. Good game, opponent, and I was quite pleased with this random team that I put together. It worked well. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed.